What's up guys, Jake here with JakesGotHerps, not to be confused with herpes. Herpes is nasty, and in this video I'm going to be showing you my little dorm reptile collection, if you will. It's really not much of a collection by any means. I don't have many animals here, just mainly my pets. First off, we obviously have Gerry. I honestly couldn't go to college without this guy. This is probably my favorite reptile just because he's my first reptile. He's been a part of my life for a very long time. I've actually been thinking about it, and the majority of my life I've actually had this gecko. I'm 18 years old and I've had this gecko for about 10 years, so I've had this gecko more in my life than I haven't, which is pretty crazy. So there he is right there. His setup is obviously different. I'm using this carpet because I figured it'd be easier. It's like folded up right now because it didn't quite fit in there. I'll fix that obviously a little bit later, but I'm using carpet instead of the sand just because I feel like it'd be easier to maintain, easier to clean the tank more because sand is very heavy. He's got his mealworm dish right there and a little cap for his water. When I was loading him up, I forgot a whole bunch of his stuff, so I need to get more of his hides and his decorations and stuff. But for now, I mean, he has the necessities. I'm actually gonna switch out that cap for a different water dish, or something to use as a water dish very shortly. I'm actually gonna be using a prescription bottle cap. I think would be a lot better for that, or maybe I'll use the worms for that. Who knows? But oh, I freaked him out there. And there's this hide over there. He's doing really well. He's eating a lot. I have a small colony of Dubia Roaches right there. I only have like maybe 2 males and like 5 or 6 female Dubia Roaches, and I've been feeding in some of those. And I have 1,000 mealworms I got from rainbow mealworms, so that's pretty cool. And I apologize for the light being not that great right now. He really doesn't like light at all, really. I mean, you can see his eyes are shut. It really bothers his eyes, and I didn't want to, shine the bright LED right in his face, so I'm just using a little desk light that's pretty far away, so hopefully you guys don't mind that. But yeah, there's Gerry. He's doing very well. And the other reptile that I have in my room is Ralph. As you guys probably saw, there was a feeding video of him, and I'm just going to kind of tap on the lid here. I don't like to, tease my animals and tap on the glass, but he's a very food aggressive animal, and if I just kind of lightly tap on the lid a little bit, he'll come out for you guys to see him. He's a very cool snake as well, and the reason I took him as well just because he's a smaller animal and the food that he eats is very easily kept. Obviously he eats pretty small little rats or mice, depending on whatever I can get, mouse hoppers or rat pinkies, or whatever I get, I feed him. He's a very aggressive eater, and all the food that I have for my animals I can keep in here. I've got 1,000 mealworms, I've got rodents, I've got Arnold Palmer, so I've really got it all in there. And so there's Ralph. Again, I apologize for the lighting being a little bit subpar. I really don't like to flash my animals with the light, though. Everyone says, oh, just use your camera light, but I don't think they really appreciate it that much. Most of them spend their time hiding during the day, so they obviously don't like bright light. But there's Ralph. He's still doing pretty well. Really cool king snake. High red gonai king snake. Very awesome animal. And that's actually it for my dorm collection. I know everyone's like, where's Eleanor? This is bullshit. You guys hate you, or you're just a son of a bitch. And I would have really liked to take Eleanor, but as you guys saw in my dorm update, my room is very small. I'd like to put her cage if I could, like here, but I don't even know where I'd put it. Maybe underneath that desk. I mean, I have a lot of crud right here. It's really messy right now, but I have no idea where I'd put her. I can't add anything to the walls. That's against like the rules. Maybe if I moved all this stuff, I could put a cage up here. I don't really know where I'd keep any more reptiles. I am gonna try and get, keep more of my animals, some of the smaller ones. I was originally gonna take my axolotl, but I didn't know how I was gonna clean it because the bathroom sink isn't really good for water. The water here is really gross. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video. I know it's not much of a collection by any means, not a typical collection at all, but yeah, this is what I have right now, and I'm, my animals are doing very well back at home. I've visited them a few times, and they're all doing very well. I also hope you guys enjoyed.